Hello my friends, and welcome to week 3's vlog for the Olympic Games readathon. We are now officially at the halfway point of the month and the halfway point of the readathon, and I have a lot of reading to do. So I'm still reading Priory of the Orange Tree, which is for the Olympic Games readathon, and I think I'm still like 170, 180 pages in, so I would love, if possible, to finish that this week. I would really like to make a lot of progress in that book this week because I haven't really been reading a lot lately, so I would like to get maybe done with that. If anything, like the minimum goal, I'd like to get like halfway, which I think is doable. But I feel like I always say that's doable and then I never do what I want to do. So we'll see. Hopefully I can get halfway. Ideally, I would love to finish, but I'm only 170 pages in, like I said. It's 800 pages, so that's a lot of reading, so we'll see. And I'm also still reading that arc that I got, the e-arc for Sleeping Around by Morgan Vegas, so that's not for this readathon, but I thought I would just kind of keep you updated on that as well. But yeah, I just wanted to say hello and start this vlog. I don't know how much reading or anything I will be doing today because if you saw the end of last week's vlog, you would know that yesterday I had a migraine and was just not feeling very well, so I think today I'm going to just kind of take it easy. I'm not going to like spend much time like on my computer or staring at a screen, and I also feel like reading can kind of strain your eyes as well, so I don't know how much reading and everything I will get done today, but I just wanted to say hello and start the vlog, and hopefully like later on tonight we will be feeling a lot better and maybe I can get some reading done. Hopefully, I don't know, we're halfway through this readathon, so I need to make some good progress, I think. Howdy my friends, it is now Friday and I have spent a good amount of the day working on my August bullet journal setup video, so that has been I was gonna say that's been fun. It hasn't been that fun, but it's done now, so that's good. So I'm waiting for that to upload, but I wanted to give you guys a little reading update because I have a plan. I feel like I had a plan on week 1 and it like kind of worked, so clearly I need like a schedule, a plan. I don't know, I need help. So I did read a bit of Priory last night. I'm now on to page 215, so I think I've read like 45 pages-ish. So my plan is that I still have that arc that I'm reading called Sleeping Around, and I think my plan is to kind of prioritize that so I can get that done and make sure I get the review up in time, and then I can kind of work on like the rest of my TBR for this month. So my plan is to read like 50 pages a day of Sleeping Around because it's not a very long book. It's like 280 pages, I think. So if I read 50 pages a day, I'm already like 50 pages in. I'll get that done over the next 4 or 5 days. And then I can, you know, read Priory when I'm not reading that. And I just feel like that is the best plan of action here. You would think with being like a mood reader, reading 2 things at once would be good because then I could just bounce in between whichever one I was feeling like reading. But because one's for a readathon and one's an arc that I need to get a review up by the end of the month, obviously there's time restraints for both of these. So I really need to like prioritize certain things and make plans. So that's my plan. That's my reading plan for this week. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna wrap up like editing this August journal with me, it's uploading right now, so I just need to do like the description and the thumbnail and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna work on that. And then once I'm done with that, I think I'm going to settle in and do some reading. Probably gonna start with Sleeping Around, and then if I feel like reading any more, go into Priory of the Orange Tree. Hello, it is now Sunday and I just wanted to give a little quick update because I've just had a very like chill and relaxed weekend and I don't have that much to update, but I have been doing some reading. So with Sleeping Around, which is the arc that I have, I think I'm like a little over 150 pages in. I kind of made that plan of reading like 50 pages a day, and then the rest of the time, if I want to read, reading priories. So that has been working out. I haven't read the 50 pages for today yet, but I think I'm going to do that. And then with Priory of the Orange Tree, I am up to chapter 29, which is page 316. So progress is being made, which is good. I think I'm just gonna have another lazy day of reading and relaxing, so hopefully I can get a lot read today. But yeah, I just wanted to update you, give you an update. I haven't talked to the camera in a little bit, so I just wanted to give you a reading update, but I think I'm just gonna start reading now while I have some lunch, and yeah, that's the plan for today. So it is now Monday, and I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update because I've done a decent amount of reading, I think, this weekend. So I did manage to finish the arc that I had, which was Sleeping Around by Morgan Vega. Again, this wasn't for the Olympic Games readathon, but I know I've been talking about it, so I thought I would give you my thoughts. I did rate it 4 stars, and I did really like it. I think it talked a lot about different challenges that not just like normal teenagers face when they go to college, but a girl who has been in the foster care system her whole life going to college and the difficulties that she faces because of that. And I just thought it was really good. I will say, I think like the kind of main conflict that was kind of building throughout the book and then like the climax of it, I feel like the resolution kind of happened a bit fast. Like I feel like just the pacing was a little off for me, but overall I did really enjoy the story. And I don't know if it's just because I'm about to have my time of the month. I was like tearing up multiple times reading the end of this book. I just thought there were a lot of things that were a bit emotional. So I really liked it. I have to write a review for it for Goodreads, so I might do that today. But yeah, I thought I would give you an update on that. And I also have been reading a bit of Priory of the Orange Tree. I'm not quite sure what page I was on the last time we chatted, but I'm now on page 365, which is kind of the middle of a chapter, but it's fine. And I don't know if this is a bit of an ambitious goal, but I would like to try and finish this before I end this vlog. So I probably will end this vlog sometime on Thursday. So I have today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, and maybe like Thursday morning to read like over half of this book. I think halfway is going to be like the 400 page mark. So I'm a little over halfway from the end. Will she do it? Probably not, but we're gonna try. And also, I'm still really liking this. I feel like things that I keep thinking are gonna last longer throughout the book keep being resolved or happening a lot earlier, so I really just have no idea where this is gonna go. I mean, like, I have an idea of what's going to kind of be the general big conflict at the end, but there's so many characters and so many, like, individual conflicts with all of them that I'm just so interested to see what happens with that and learn more about like what's going on with all these characters and where they're at. So I am really enjoying this. I was, very confused, I feel like, at the beginning, trying to understand the world and the characters and everything, but I feel like I'm really understanding it now. Like I know who all the characters are. I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of the world, which is good. So yeah, I'm actually really enjoying this, which I didn't know if I was going to, just because I have seen some of my friends give it some not so great reviews, but I'm really enjoying it. I think Darian really loved it. I think she gave it 5 stars, so that's promising, but we'll see how I feel once we get into the second half. But yeah, I'm going to try and finish this by the end of this vlog. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we're going to try. But yeah, I just wanted to chat. I have Mr. Sam sleeping on my bed joining me today. But yeah, I just wanted to update you all because I feel like the past 2 vlogs that I've done, I feel like when we get to the beginning of the new week, they go downhill and I forget to vlog. So hopefully this week I don't do that and I actually vlog and keep you all updated. But I wanted to say hello for today, and let's just all pray that I can get Priory done this week because I don't want to start another vlog still reading it. It's been long enough. Okay, so I just did some quick calculations. And I think I figured out that if I read 150 pages over the next 3 days, I will be able to finish Priory of the Orange Tree. So I think I'm going to take my tabs, or some of the tabs that I have, and like separate the different sections that I have to read each day. This could either really work and make it a lot easier for me to get it done, because it's like separating this very large book into smaller, more manageable and less intimidating sections, or my brain is going to see something as a requirement and go, I don't think so. It could work, it could not work. But I'm willing to try. So I'm going to just figure out the amount of pages I have to read over the next few days and use my tabs to section them off. And I think I'm going to actually read a little bit right now and hopefully get some reading in. And we'll see if this whole tabbing thing actually works. Alright, so I've been writing this dang review for Sleeping Around, which is the arc that I was reading, for probably like an hour and a half maybe. There's just a little bit of pressure that I'm putting on myself because I know people are gonna read it. I mean, obviously, like, it's not like millions of people are gonna be reading this review. It's just, I normally like write little reviews in Notion for myself to just help me remember my thoughts on books, but like this is like actually a review that I'm posting somewhere. So naturally I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself, but I think I have it. I'm gonna take a break from looking at it and come back and read it with like fresh eyes a little later on. I think taking a break and coming back to it, I'll be able to read it with fresh eyes and see if there's anything I need to change or if it's fine. I think it's fine, but I am just gonna take a breather from looking at it for a little bit. But now that that is done and I've completed that, I, one, need to post a picture to Instagram because I forgot I was going to do that today, so I need to do that. But I also have a reading update because, guys, I actually read what I wanted to. So I ended up reading to where I put that little tab yesterday. I actually moved it back a page, so I read one page more than I wanted because this was literally the page that I put the tab on, so this was going to be where I stopped. But it's one single page before part 4, so I just read that single page, stopped at part 4. So I managed to read to the tab that I put for yesterday, which is good because I could have gone one of two ways. It's either one extreme or the other. I would have, started reading and had to get to that tab and read the 150 pages I set out to read, or I wouldn't have read a single page yesterday. There was no in between. It wouldn't have been, oh, I've read a little bit, but I didn't quite make it to the tab. It would have been 150 pages or none. So I'm glad it worked with my brain yesterday. That's just how my brain works. So hopefully today I will be able to read another 150 pages because I have like 300 pages left. So if I want to finish this by the end of this vlog, that is my plan. I read 150 pages today, 150 pages tomorrow. I think I can do it. Also, sorry if you can hear noises outside. My dad's friend is currently working on our shed. Ignore that if you can hear it. You might not be able to. But yeah, I think I'm going to be able to finish this. I feel like I might even read more than 150 pages today just because I am getting closer to the end. I feel like a lot of things are starting to really come together. I feel like there's going to be a crossover between some of the characters that we've been following that have been separate the whole time. So I'm very excited for that if that happens. If that doesn't happen, I'm going to be disappointed. But yeah, still so far so good. I'm still really enjoying this. I think I said already that I was nervous because some of my friends don't really like this book or don't love it. So I was nervous that I was going to invest so much time into a book that I didn't really love, but I'm really enjoying it. I feel like it's going to be at least a 4-star. Obviously, the ending kind of can change that depending on how it goes, but I am still really enjoying it. I'm very invested in the characters and what's going on, so I'm excited to continue on with this. And now I've just kind of come to accept that there's no way I'm going to be able to complete my TBR for this readathon, the 5 books for my team, because I still have Little Women and The Poppy War left on my TBR. There's no way I'm going to be able to read both of those before the month ends, especially The Poppy War. After this, I I can't do the Poppy War yet. That's not happening. So yeah, I'm not confident that I'm gonna complete my TBR. It's probably not gonna happen, but I'm just gonna be proud of myself if I manage to finish this. Also, in very unrelated but sad news that I have to share, Chain of Thorns, which is the third and final book in the Last Hours trilogy. Sorry if you can hear the man outside. That book is now being released in November next year instead of March. So we have to wait like a year, over a year and a half until we get the next book. I'm in denial. I'm so sad. That's so long. I mean, we've done it before. Lord of Shadows to Queen of Air and Darkness was a long wait. So we've done it once, we could do it again, but I'm upset. Andrea and Therese are currently blowing at my phone, freaking out about it, but basically now all of her other books are being pushed off. So Swordcatcher, which is a fantasy book that she's releasing outside of the Shadowhunter world, that's not being published until 2023. That was supposed to come out next year, I think. Yeah, that was originally supposed to come out next year. And now like the third book in that Alec and Magnus trilogy that I don't really care about, but that's fine. We don't know when that's coming. That still has no date. And then like she's writing another trilogy in the Shadowhunters world that has now been probably pushed off. I'm gonna be like 50 years old when the Shadowhunter Chronicles end. And I'm just very sad about it and I had to share, but trying to talk over the noise outside is irritating me. So I'm gonna go. I'll update you later when there's less noise happening outside, but yeah, Chain of Thorns, year and a half away. I'm upset. So I just got done having some lunch, but now I think I'm going to go and make myself an iced coffee and get settled in and start reading. Hopefully I can get those 150 pages done, but yeah, I want to start now. I probably will read like later on tonight. I feel like I'm trying to get in the habit recently of reading in bed, like before I go to sleep, so I probably will read then too, but I definitely want to read now. So yeah, gonna go make a coffee and then start reading. So I'm not gonna lie, did not do the most reading yesterday. I tried my best. I think I read like 70 pages of priory, and which, you know, that's fine. It's better than 0, so that's a good amount, but obviously I'm trying to read like 150 pages yesterday, and that did not happen. I ended up having like a movie night with Darian and we watched Tangled and it was so much fun. I love Tangled so much, and like being able to chat with her throughout the movie was also just like added to the experience and was a lot of fun. Then me, Darian, and Casey ended up having like a video chatting moment, and then I think me and Darian were talking until like midnight last night. So by that time I was like, okay, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. So I did not read anything else last night, but I would really like to try and finish this today. I don't know if that's possible. I'm on page 574, so I think I have like 230 pages left. And that's a lot of pages, especially with this book and how kind of slow I'm reading it. But I think I can do it. Maybe. I feel like the ending of books typically go a lot faster because everything's kind of coming together and there's a lot of action, I feel like, and I think there's going to be a lot that goes on in the last 200 pages of this book, so I feel like it's going to be pretty fast-paced and easy for me to get through. So I might be able to finish it today, but we'll see. I feel like if I don't finish, I'll probably get close to finishing and then I'll finish it tomorrow. I'm finishing it before I end this vlog because I can't talk about this book any longer. I feel like we're all getting sick of me talking about Priory. So I'm gonna try and finish Priory today, but I think first before I start reading, I'm just gonna like declutter my desk a little bit. There's a lot of clutter on my desk and it's just gotten to the point where I can't stand it anymore. It's been here for some time, but I'm the type of person where things can be cluttered for a little bit and it'll be fine, and then I'll just get to some point where I'm like, I can't do it anymore and I just need to clean it. So I'm gonna clean my desk off and get that nice and clean and sorted out. And then I think I'm going to start reading Priory and just kind of read throughout the whole day today. Alright besties, it's time for me to wrap up this vlog. So before I end this vlog though, I wanted to talk about Priory of the Orange Tree because she did it, folks. She finally finished. I managed to finish this yesterday. I was reading a good amount of the day yesterday, but I wasn't up late reading. I thought I was going to be like up all night trying to finish this, but I think I finished around like 9. So Granny was still able to get a good night's sleep. But Priory of the Orange Tree, I ended up giving this 4.5 stars. A big reason why it wasn't a 5-star, it just didn't have that 5-star feeling, you know? I was definitely invested in the characters and what was going on, and I did really enjoy it, and it's a good sign when you're reading a book and you kind of feel like you want to reread it, especially a book of this size. I definitely could see myself rereading this in the future. I definitely enjoyed it that much, so I definitely liked it. It just didn't give me that 5-star feeling, you know? I also do think that the ending was a bit rushed. I think that that's a pretty common criticism of this book, is that the ending just happens very quickly. You're kind of waiting this whole book for some big battle. Like, it's kind of inevitable, you know, the whole book you're gonna get to that point and that's going to happen. So it just felt weird that that battle was starting and ending within like the last 50 pages of the book. I don't think there was anything necessarily missing from the battle scenes. Like, I think everything happened in a good way. It just kind of felt like it was over very quickly. It just seems a bit weird with a book that's, you know, 800 pages, that something got rushed in the last 50 pages, you know? You had all that time setting it up. So it just kind of felt like it should have been a little bit longer, but I did really enjoy it still. I gave it 4.5 stars, like I said, so happy I didn't spend so much time reading this big, huge book to like not end up liking it. I'm glad I liked it, so yay, it's finally done. But I'm gonna wrap up this vlog here, so there's still like a little over a week left of this readathon, so I will be doing one last vlog for it, and we'll see what progress I can make in my TBR in the final week. We'll see what happens, but that is going to be it for this week's vlog. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.